So welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see, we have started with the modeling of this particular lender over here. So let's continue it. So now what I'll be doing over here is like, let's start. I have a few references over here. So let's continue it with this references. So as you can see, I'll just go over here. Let's take a box over here. Let's take an auto grid. I'll slightly just shuffle this up. Let's take a line tool. I'll go over here and let's create a line. Shuffle it inside. Shuffle this inside. Rendering. Enable in viewport. And let's make it as rectangular. Shuffle it up. Reduce the length a bit. Slightly reduce the width over here. So go over here, convert to editable poly. Select this. Let's take a box over here, activate the auto grid, slightly just push it inside, convert to editable poly, select this, let's give an insert over here, slightly extrude this over here and let's click OK. Alright. Now we have multiple things over here when you are doing with such stuff. So let's again go over here. Let's again take a box over here. Let's just drag a box and slightly just scale it. Slightly rotate it. Push it out. Over here, convert to poly, select the polygons and slightly I'll just shuffle it till here. So now what I'll be doing over here is like, we have few of the details over here. So again I'll go over here onto this view. So let's go into this view over here. Alright, so let's again take a line tool, just drag a line, like this, push this a bit out, drag it inside, close the sheet. So we can do this stuff according to our needs. So I'll just off this over here. I'll just drag it and let's mirror it. So let's just mirror it over here in x-axis. Drag it over here. So I'll slightly rotate it and just push it, again rotate it, push it over here. So this can be done in this way. And let's give an extrude modifier. So I'll just add an extrude modifier over here. So let's just add an extrude modifier. So whatever details you want, you can just go through that. Also at the bottom, what we have is, we have few of the details. So I can just go over here. I can just take a star. I'll off this in this way. I'll go into this and I can increase the number of points if needed. Convert to editable spline. So we can just select this and let's give a bit of fillet over here. So I can slightly add a fillet and let's give extrude modifier. So I can just take this and extrude modifier over here. So if you want, I can slightly push this a bit down. Convert to editable poly. Select this polygons and slightly I can give a bit of inset if needed. So if you try to give more inset, it's going to be distort the shape particularly. So it's better we don't give any kind of this. So I can just duplicate it. I can do that. I can resize this. I can just place it in this way. So that can be done in this way. So we can do something like this. Select this stuff. And now what we have over here is like, we can just go over here. Let's take a line. I can just drag out this much of this, enable in viewport, radial, increase its thickness like this. So select this, push this up, so you can slightly increase its thickness if required. And convert to editable poly. So select the polygons and slightly give a bit of inset and let's extrude it again. So we can just extrude this stuff wherever it is required in this way. So after you have extruded this, so what we can do over here is like, then we have something over here. Just push this up. Before that, can put some element over here. So let's just place up an element. So we can just place up an element in this way. So select this. Again go over here. So this is going to be connected. So I can just shuffle this. So now What I can do over here, I can just select this. Let's take a cylinder for the support. Let's create it at the bottom. I'll just slightly drag it inside, push it up, push it at the center and push this down. So this are we are going to create this for the support over here. Now what I can do over here is like, I'll just go over here. Let's go into the line, take a line and we'll create a shape over here of the enabling viewport. Let's create a shape, drag it down a bit, push it over there, and now going to modify enabling viewport, make it as rectangular and slightly reduce it. Whatever is required, you can slightly reduce it and adjust it correctly over here. Let's again take a cylinder, create a cylinder over there. So I'll just take a cylinder, adjust it correctly, and now what I can do over here is like convert to editable poly. Let's convert to editable poly over here and let's add a swift loop. So I'll be adding over here a swift loop. So select the polygons and let's give extrude over here. So local normal and slightly I'll reduce this extrude and I'll adjust it accordingly. So as you can see now, we have created this. We have another support which is same connected with it. We need to create that. So let's create that. For that, what I can do over here, first I'll group this and slightly rotate it. Can go into the top view and we can just adjust it correctly. So we can do that. Alright. So we can see that it is correct. If needed, we can just scale it. So let's take a line. So I'll go over here. I'll take a line over here. After that, I'll go into this, make it radial, slightly reduce its radius, thickness, what you can see, and I'll just select the vertices, push this up and adjust it accordingly. So once you're doing this, we can adjust it correctly. Alright, so I'll go over here. Alright, you can slightly reduce its thickness, more if needed. Slightly push this out, push this down. Alright, right click on it and I'll give a bit of refine. So let's just add a bit of refine over there and slightly I'll push it a bit inside. Alright, so we can just push this. Okay, we'll copy this and slightly shuffle it on the other side. So definitely it's in perspective, it might be difficult, so we need to adjust it correctly. So we can do that. We can just slightly just push it. Alright, so you can rotate it if it is not rotating correctly. So I can change the anchor point. So let's go into this effect pivot only, center to object. Still it is not working. So what I can do now is like, I can just select this. Okay, let me delete this again. So first I'll just select this whole thing. Let's group this. So I'll just go into this. I can just group it. Let's rotate it. Alright, ungroup this, and now I can mirror it. So we can just mirror it in y-axis, make a copy of it. Alright, and if needed we can just adjust it. Alright, again select this, again I'll group it, and let's go to the top view and I'll rotate it correctly. So if you want you can scale it later. Again I'll go to the top view, you can push it down if required. So these are basic things which required later on we can do that. So let's go to the top. I'll again mirror it in y-axis. I'll just shuffle it over here. Let's select this both, and again I'll mirror it in x-axis. Let's copy it. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So as you can see, we have created the stand over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.